Okay, so we're turning the microphone up this time. Thank you again, Lewis, for letting me know. Hello, everybody. Actually, I need to mute this. I don't want to hear my own music. I don't want to hear myself coming back at myself. There we go. Thank you for being here, at least you two. Anyone that's joining, watching the upload later, I appreciate you being here. Um, got about 15, about 10, no, let's say 5 minutes into the last video, and a new person I don't think's been in the channel before. Name is Lewis EFC channel. If you have a channel, let me know. I will come over, subscribe, and like all of your stuff, because that's what fellow Evertonian content creators should do. Anyway, it's been a while since I've made a video. Actually had Ant, who's in chat right now, sent me a message on one of my comments asking me if I was going to be streaming today. Forgot to reply back because work's been pretty hectic. But I could say that work has been super hectic, so I couldn't stream. I could say that things have come up, unexpected things that caused me not to be able to stream or do any content. Truth of the matter is that when it comes to Everton right now, with the way that we play, okay, with the tactics that we employ on a basis, on all the different things that we do, I could go back and find a clip from when I first started doing these videos, and that was around October, September of last year, okay, almost a year ago. And the amount of times I would talk about the lack of creativity in the midfield, the lack of any plan B besides going down the outside and crossing the ball into the box. Like, if I didn't have like a timestamp on there and I just threw it up and re-uploaded it and put in, Watford from this season, from the Watford game last season, there'd be no difference. What I talk about and what most people talk about on their shows and on their fan channels and all that stuff, basically... Oh, you're welcome for the shout out, Lewis. But yeah, let me know. Do you have a channel that I can come over to, or is that just your name? Because if I'll come over. Win 2-4 against Burnley. Where are those 4 goals going to come from? I don't doubt you, but just you tell me in chat and I'll have a discussion with that. Anyways, it's just hard to get up here, and okay, here's what else I did. Okay, so I'm trying to grow the channel. It's hard for me in the first place because I live in America, as everybody knows, or most people know. I do live in America. So the time difference for people is, ultimately I'd like to be making videos at noon in America so it could come out about 6 p.m. over in the UK and over in Europe. So I can play my PES games of Everton. I can start my Everton career. I could have a regular live stream at a time when most people are eating dinner or on a commute home from work and all of that stuff, but I don't. So I'm already up against it as it is. So I have to rely on the uploads and people watching. But so this week I decided to and not even to live stream this, not even to record conversations. I wanted to try and reach out to some people in the Evertonian, community when it comes to content creation. And you know who all the big ones are, or the ones with the most subscribers and the most views and all that stuff. And before, I like to look at how people do things. I'm not going to lie, I do watch the United Stand. Yeah, I'm 6 hours behind. Yeah. So I watched Mark Goldbridge, okay, and I watch people on the United Stand, and I see that, it's a good operation they've got going on there. And I can understand why people don't enjoy watching me, because I've tried to watch, what's the other Manchester United fan channel? There's the United Stand, and then there's the Full-Time Devils. I cannot stand the personalities, the content, or any of the way that the Full-Time Devils go about doing stuff, okay? And that's just up from a content creator point of view. And I can understand why people prefer to watch Michael D. Network over me, or watch Cam over me, or watch, old men sit around and talk about it that live in Liverpool. And of course, I'm not a Liverpudlian. I don't live in England anymore. I was born in England. This and that. I don't live in the city. I don't live in the country. So a lot of things hold me back. But I just wanted to get an idea from these content creators, how they go about doing things, how you stay in the game, what makes you do it all the time. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No replies, no anything. And I was nice and polite about it. I wasn't trying to, I didn't want to be on their channel. I didn't want to expose myself or promote myself in any way like that. Just tried to just tried to talk about it. And then when that fell apart about, Wednesday or Thursday, starting to get any reactions, I thought, my backup plan would be, and I started doing this on Monday, see if I can talk to somebody in the Burnley community. Callum070707, welcome, thank you. Haven't seen you before in here. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. I'm just giving a diatribe right now of what I tried to do this week and why I haven't been streaming. And so I tried to get in touch with people from the Burnley community because I watch, Toffee TV. I watch all these other Evertonian fan channels, but they don't really ever get somebody on to get another perspective. I don't think. Let me know if they do. A perspective from the opposition, how they see their season going, how they're possibly going to line up, what are Burnley's strengths that you see against Everton's weaknesses, what are Everton's strengths that you can see against Burnley's weaknesses, all this type of stuff. Not a single response. Yeah, I got one response that basically asked me who I was, in a roundabout way, who I was and why they should, come on and do something. Oh, well, you send me questions in the email and we'll answer the questions and you can talk about it on your program. Fuck you. That's not what I want to do. Sorry for the language. That's not what I want to do, okay? I'm not going to read a transcript to Anne and to Lewis and to Callum right now and say, oh, yeah, grand old team. See, that's... Anyways, but, well, so I've been doing this, on a daily, weekly basis, trying to get it up and going for 6 months. So I'm not going to get discouraged. Don't worry about that. I'm not going anywhere. But so I tried to do that, and it was just I can't actually try and do anything. Do I like Schneidlin? Do I like Walcott? And how did I think Pickford played against Man City? Okay, let's take those one by one before we get into what I want to do for the starting lineup. Let's start with Schneidlin, okay? Schneidlin is good at what he does. If you have a job, you work around people that relies on, putting aces in places and all that stuff, and having people do a job. You sometimes need people that will just do a job. They're not too fancy. They're not too outside the box thinking. They just come in, they do a job, steady Eddie, as I always say, and they get through the game, okay? Schneidlin's pass percentage is up there. It's high because he passes it back side to side 5 yards, recycles the ball, gives it off to so-called better players, and lets the play progress. But if you watch Schneidlin, most of the time, and I've seen it in many games, it was, especially against Bournemouth, even against Sheffield United, there's space in front, we have Gomez in the team, or you see some other players that play for other teams in the middle of the park. And this is the problem that Manchester United have. This is the problem that some other teams have. The defense is backing off, okay? They're going into their low block, their stupid two banks of four, low block, cutting everything off. It's a good defensive tactic, but it's boring, but that's what teams have to do in the Premier League these days. But there's 5, 10, 15, sometimes 20 yards of space he could just dash into, carry the ball forward, carry it from our side of the halfway line, the little semicircle, and drive forward. Commit players so they have to come take the ball off you. So someone's going to come out of position, and then you can make the forward pass. Schneiderlin does nothing to move the defense around, to put any pressure on the defense. He'll just pass it out to Seamus, pass it off to his partner, probably Delph right now. Pass it back to Mina and Keane. Pass it out to Dini on the left side. There's nothing creative about Morgan Schneiderlin. Defensively, he's all right, but he's not mobile enough. He's not fast enough. If we're going to play a 4-3-3 that Marco Silva wants to play, Morgan Schneiderlin is not that player. He did well at Southampton way back when. He went to Manchester United, wasn't good. Came to us, was decent for a season when you're trying to do the double pivot with the two defensive central midfielders. But that's not what we're trying to do, is it? We're trying to do a 4-3-3. So he doesn't fit into that. I rate him as a player that can do a job, but for our team right now, for what we're trying to do, with the players that are in and around us, around that midfield, for the creative side of the ball, he just doesn't do it for me. For Walcott, he's got pace. He's almost 30 years old. His finishing has always been horrendous. Let's just get that out the way. Okay, his decision-making has been horrendous. He always tries to cut inside and go behind players. He's a one-dimensional player. He was a Sam Allardyce signing to start with, but again, he's a guy that does a job. End of that. And then what was the other one? I'm not the biggest fan of Morgan Schneiderlin in our current team with what we're trying to do and what we're lacking offensively with the lack of plan A and with a lack of with a lack of plan B when plan A fails, which is basically go down the outside with Luca Dean, go down the outside with Seamus Coleman, whip it into the box. We don't have anybody crashing. Schneiderlin is not crashing into the box a la Gerrard, a la Lampard, a la other players that come in to finish the move. It's always just Dominic Calvert-Lewin in there. It's, we don't have enough people going forward for Schneiderlin to be in that team. He can't do it. So, no. And what else did we also say about Walcott? Walcott's done out here, okay, as they say. Pickford against Man City. My only issue with him is I don't think you could do much about the first goal. That is an official member badge on my hat. Yes, it is. I got that 2 days ago. I got my pen. I love the pen. I wish the engraving on the pen of the badge was blue or something, but it's white and it blends into the silver. So, I was happy with my car decal. Love getting the decal for the car. Throw that on the Cadillac. What else did we go? Oh, the keychain. The keychain sounds really weird because keys mashed together. It sounds like keys. It now sounds like a bunch of keys with a tin hitting it with the keychain on there. But overall, I'm happy about it. Got my official members card. So, I've got like 4 official members cards or whatever in my wallet now. So I'm happy with it. I'm an Evertonian, proud Evertonian. So I wear the official pin around town, and people look at me like, but I don't care. They don't even know who Everton are anyways, so what does it matter? But Pickford, let's get back to Pickford real quick. I was just about to get to the free kick, Callum, 070707, or 070707. By the way, yeah, the free kick, right, okay. Taking out the fact that everyone went into depth about, what were those two players closer to the wall than they should be? But goalkeeping 101 or 102, whatever you want to get into with it, it's maybe not basics, but you'd probably teach your kid this if you had them, is your wall does a job. You set the wall up to your left. So if he goes top bins, which Mahrez doesn't really ever do, if you watch what Mahrez does with his free kicks, he never usually goes top bins. He always tries to curve it around and into the floor. Pickford and his coaching staff should have studied that, should have known where that was going. So you trust in your wall. You put your big players in the wall. They jump. If it goes over the wall, and that was one of those ones where it was close enough to the 18-yard box and close enough to the wall and close enough to the goal that you have to get that up and down with some fucking finesse, okay? And it can't be, if it's power and it's top bins, you put your hands up and you go, all right, there you go. And then you pick the ball up, you kick it out, you restart the game. If it's floated over and it's tried to be like a little curler, it's up and over the wall, but there's not enough pace on it to beat Pickford, you should still be able to cover the right side of his goal, move a couple of feet, jump and grab it and get that out. Okay? But to get beat on the side that you've chosen to favor, that you're predicting the ball's going to go, and it's not top bins to Jordan Pickford's right. No, it's not top bins over there either. It comes through, a pretty good line of sight. Yes, the two defenders go, but Delph's there, just goes around Delph, and it bounces under his hand. It's not like it went, where's my hand here? It's not like it came and wasn't bouncing. It bounced like right here and went bounce, under the hand. So Pickford should have had that. For England's number 1, that should be a save. First goal, where was Keane for 1? Seamus was too late coming around. It's a perfect ball from De Bruyne. I said this in my match reaction. Most players would take that ball into their feet, put their foot on it, look up, and then make the pass into Gabriel Jesus. And Pickford probably could have come off his line and looked at that because he'd have seen him looking up and went, here we go, let's come off my line. But because Kevin De Bruyne is so outstanding and such a phenomenal player, he just blobs it in first time. Like I said, not too high and fast, not too low and soft, a perfect amount of everything on it. And it goes in. So, and then Pickford, I don't really know what he was doing on the third goal. Maybe that's just the way it came out. But no, Pickford did have flaws and does have mistakes in him. Thought he'd cleared that up with his attitude at the start of the season, but it's just another one of Everton's many, many woes when it comes to our performances. Let us see what got that. Pickford should have saved it. We should have kept De La Feu. See, I disagree. I think on his day, Jerry was a fabulous player for us, but he was almost like a Kevin Morales or like other players that we've seen that when they're on it, they're on it. Unstoppable, can dribble around a bunch of players, get the crowd hyped up, but there's just too many games where it was 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, not, drifting out of games, hiding in games, not being consistent. Consistency is the key. Sorry, there's a piece of dog hair. Well, wait, it's not dog hair. It's husky dust, as they call it, or husky sparkles, however they want to say it. But yeah, it's just a husky hair flying. It's there again. It's there again. Ugh. Anyways, so no, Jerry does a job, but too inconsistent for me at the end of the day. So should we? Of course, we should sign Kurt Zouma. I'd go back in for him in January. He's not playing under Frank Lampard right now. He's sitting on the bench. The only time he really gets minutes is if they're playing like a Europa League, Carabao Cup, or if somebody gets injured like they had the other week where Christensen went down and Emerson went down, and if they're. But no, we should go back in. Just throw 40, 50 million at it in the January transfer window and say, "Come on, boys, let's go." Give it. Frank's had enough time to figure it out. Yeah, the Chris Smalling one was weird too because we wanted a loan deal. They wanted a. Oh, I guess no. It was turned down for whatever reason. Oh, it was the Rojo one. The Rojo one, we wanted a loan. Manchester United wanted a permanent deal. I don't know why the Smalling one fell apart because he went to Roma. It might just have been that Manchester United realized how shit they were and that they're in the same boat as us. And they're not actually fighting for the top 6 or even close to the top 4. They're fighting with us and Leicester and West Ham for like 7th place, basically. So they see us as competition now. Sadly, sad as it sounds, that Manchester United actually probably looked at us and said their squad, their team, their players, their record last season, their absolute spanking that we gave baby last season at home, probably made them think we're not going to sell to our competition otherwise, or let a loan deal go to a competition. Because back in the heyday, they'd have been like, "Oh, go ahead. He's surplus to requirements. We've got Lindelof, we've got Maguire, we've got Twansebi, we've got Eric Bailly, if you could even bother staying fit. We've got Jones, we've got Rojo, Smalling, go on your way, for a season." But no, couldn't come to the competition of Everton, so they ship him off to Roma. Nothing wrong with that. Anyways, let's get into the starting prediction that I want to have. This is the team that I had. Actually, let me see what's up here. Your lineup, Mr. Lewis, was Pickford, Digne, Mina, Keane, Coleman, Gomez, Delph, Richarlison. Oh, Sigurdsson, come on. Sigurdsson, are you sure? Oh, that's predicted. You wouldn't want Sigurdsson in there, surely, if you had a choice, right? You wouldn't want him in there. But here's mine. Bam. This is what I would do if Gomez is fit. Pickford, Mina, Keane, Coleman, Digne, no problem. No, Djibril Sidibe is not quite going to come in for Coleman yet, in my opinion. If Gomez plays, I want to see the 4-3-3. Marco, I want to see the 4-3-3. I don't care if we're settling in. No, this is the perfect time to do it. Okay, away to Burnley. They're going to play in their stupid low block. They're going to have, 9 men behind the ball quite a bit. They're going to look to counter-attack. They have players in the center of the park, or big players in the center of the park that aren't going to push on forward. So there's at least going to be 6 back all the time. And then who are they going to have in the middle? They're going to have Tarkowski in the middle, and they're going to have Ben Mee in the middle. They've got Peters playing left back when he's a center back, and I forget who they have on the right. Anyone can let me know who they have on the right. That's how they're going to set up. So us crossing it in, passing it out to Dean, passing out to Coleman, lofted it into the box for DLC. It's not going to work if we play the 4-2-3-1 that we always play. Okay, so we have to have a plan B. Plan B involves Iwobi, it involves Bernard, it involves Richarlison, it involves Calvert-Lewin doing the dance, doing the thing, going around, interchanging, moving the defense around, pulling players out of position, making them uncomfortable, attacking from very, very, very different parts of the park, long shots, 1-2s around. But I don't think we should play 3 in the middle. No. I understand. You're not being rude. It's all about opinion, right? I totally understand where a lot of people are coming from, but most people would say that you could also be considered to being rude because it's like, oh well, we don't have the players to. We can only play a 4-3-3 if Gbamin and Gomez are fully fit. So you play Gbamin deep, you have Gomez, you play Iwobi, all that stuff. This is what I would want to see. Okay, this is if I want to see some change because what we're doing hasn't worked yet, right? The 4-2-3-1 is pedantic, it's boring, it's slow, it's half-assed, it's not offensive enough. We don't need to have 2 defensively central midfielders against teams like Sheffield United at home. We don't need to have that at Aston Villa away. You know, we should have enough with Mina and Keane and Delph sitting around in there to be able to cover the back four. But so I want to see a change from Marco Silva. I want to see something exciting, something that we can get off our seats about. That's what I want to see. What do I think we'll see tomorrow? I don't think we'll see this. You know, it may be more closer. So we got Pickford, Dean, Keane, and Mina Coleman. Yeah, Delph, Gomez, Iwobi. So, but you've got exactly the same players, Lewis, up there that I have. So, what formation would you play it though? Would you still play the 4-2-3-1 with that? So, you want to do this? I mean, because if we do this, I don't really have a problem with this. Like if we want to do that and have, you know, two, but the key here is Andre Gomez. The key here is Andre Gomez, right? If he doesn't play, it's got to be something else. It should be Tom Davies if it's not Gomez. It should not be Schneiderlin. It should not be Sigurdsson. We need to get past this Schneiderlin-Sigurdsson issue that we have going on here. Yeah, see, this formation I'd be fine with because obviously Iwobi and Bernard could interchange. Richarlison and Iwobi can interchange. I can see Iwobi getting in behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin and making the run. Or if Iwobi wants to come out here and then Bernard runs inside, I'm totally fine with that. But the key for this formation is Andre Gomez has to carry the ball forward. Andre needs to get into these positions right here with the ball. Schneiderlin is not going to do that. Oh, of course we'll still play Sigurdsson tomorrow. I have no doubt that we're going to play Sigurdsson tomorrow. I'm not for that. So, you know, I would almost guarantee if Gomez doesn't play, it's going to be the regular formation. It's going to be the back five, Delph, Schneiderlin, and Sigurdsson in the 2-1, and then the 2 and the 1 up top. It's going to be called a 4-2-3-1, and it's going to probably be the same, and we'll get the same result and the same going forward and the same defensively and the same attacking threat. It's going to be a bore fest, which I will be streaming tomorrow, by the way. I'll be on an hour before the stream, before the game starts. At 9 a.m. for everyone in Rule Britannia and in Europe. Oh, no, it's 3 p.m. for you guys. Sorry, it's 9 a.m. for me. I'll be on at 8 a.m. after the lineups brought out. So be here, please. Tell your friend if they're not going to the game. Because you can't watch it, right? Unless you watch an illegal stream. The UK still has its blackout, so do I like Cenk Tosun? Cenk Tosun is in the same mold of a Theo Walcott and the same mold as a Morgan Schneiderlin when it comes to this team. I think they're good players in the right formation. If we played a 4-4-2, I think Cenk could play perfectly. I think Cenk is a great finisher. He's great around the box. He's just not mobile enough. And, you know, his touch is a little hit or miss. But if you watch him when he plays for Turkey, if you watch him when he played for Besiktas, Besiktas, he's got all the qualities of a old school number 9, you know, center forward. But for the formation that we're playing and what we want to do with the other players around him, with Bernard's and, you know, if we played a 4-4-2 and we played up top with like Richarlison and Cenk Tosun, or he played Bernard or Moise Kean just playing off Cenk Tosun. I think he needs somebody close to him for the knockdowns and to play 1-2s with and to be in a clinical finishing situation. We don't play like that, so Cenk Tosun doesn't really have a chance to get into our team, right? And neither does players like Theo Walcott. Theo Walcott is like a little better version of like an Aaron Lennon. You know, experienced, gets back defensively, positioning's very good, but finishing, you know, thinking outside the box, making creative runs, not being predictable. That's what Theo Walcott doesn't bring. So it's horses for courses, and sadly, Cenk, Walcott, Schneiderlin, you know, that this just isn't their course right now for Marco Silva and the formation that we want to play. So I think we should give everybody a chance, but. Oh yeah, he did very well against Lincoln. You know, set up the one of the goals that we scored. when we won 4-2. He scored against Tottenham at the end of last season. There was a game last season also where he had that phenomenal spinning back heel kick. Like, Cenk Tosun is a good player. There's a reason that he's the captain for his national team, right? There's a reason that we bought him in the first place. But again, with Theo Walcott and with Cenk Tosun, they are Sam Allardyce signings. Sam Allardyce plays a specific type of football with a specific type of lineup with a certain specific tactic and strategy. It's not Marco Silva. So those guys are going to be only brought in for certain very delicate, very nuanced situations. Or unless we get injured. If Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Moise Kean get injured, get completely obliterated, Cenk Tosun's going to have to start. Or, if he's even more out of favour or doesn't fit into our situation, then Richarlison's going to come in. Because I'm sure Richarlison is higher in the pecking order for being a centre forward than Cenk Tosun is right now. What do I think for the score prediction tomorrow? Do you want me to be positive, or do you want me to give you the real what I really think? Because if we put out the formation I think we're going to put out with Schneiderlin and Sigurdsson in there, it's going to be the same old stuff. I can easily see us drawing 1-1 tomorrow. If I was to put my money down, I would say with the formation that we're usually going up with, same tactics, same formation, same players, I can easily see us getting a draw. Bare minimum. I can see us losing if that happens. Because Burnley are going to do a couple of things. They've got Wood up top, and they've got Wood. Who's their other striker that plays up top right now? I should know his name. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Was talking about him earlier today. By the way, they've got two big centre forwards are going to get the ball crossed into the box. I mean, Mina and Keane should eat it up all day long. Does anybody know? It's really annoying me. They've got Wood and they've got Ashley Barnes. Yes, Ashley Barnes. The guy's actually on a roll right now, right? So, an Ashley Barnes type of player that when they're in defense, they're going to go to a 4-5-1 basically. They're going to have 9 players behind the ball. But when they counterattack, they've got two big burly lads up there. Burly lads that play for Burnley, can hold the ball up well. They've got nice feet. They're on the same wavelength most of the time. So if we get spanked on the counterattack when we're doing just our cross the ball into the box from the left and from the right, so Luca Dean's way up the park, Seamus is way up the park, and then we get burst on the counterattack. They don't have the most flashiest players. Their left midfielder is a pretty flashy player, though. Unlike the rest of the Burnley team. But they're going to be well drilled. We know what we're going to get with Burnley. You're going to get strong defensive play. Physical play. It's at Turf Moor, so the crowd's going to be behind them. And if we come out like we usually do, playing half-ass, passing around, dominating the possession, passing, making sure everybody gets a touch before we pass the halfway line. If we're not breaking on them, if we're not trying anything but crossing into the box, we are going to be found out once again. And if we go 1-0 down from a set piece, which Burnley live off of mostly, they haven't scored too many set pieces this season, I don't think. They've been scoring a lot of goals from open play. But if they do get set plays, set pieces, corners, indirect free kicks crossed into the box, they will punish us eventually. So if we don't bring something different than what we're doing against Sheffield United, against Bournemouth, against Aston Villa, against all these other teams, we could easily lose that game. Because if we go behind and our head goes down, they're going to protect a lead, right? They're already going to try and settle for a draw or not get beat at the back and not have players run in behind and not get beat on set pieces. So if they do get a goal and they're dominating and the crowd's behind them, us coming back is very, very, very unlikely from what I've seen so far this season. Playing the formation that we've got right here, taking Sigurdsson out, taking Schneiderlin out, doing something offensively, I think if we switch it up and Marco, finds his testicles somewhere and wants to, do something creative, do something different, say, hey, you've been crying for a 4-4-3, you've been crying for fast-paced, incisive, total football, because we saw that last week. We saw what Man City did. That should, get us thinking we should at least try something like that. Oh. Most people, don't like putting their face on cam. I thought about not putting my face on cam, but I like to rep the blue, okay? Yeah, I even got a missing tooth up here somewhere. I don't care. I do it for the Evertonians. I do it for the Blues. But yeah, I'll definitely check out your channel and come and subscribe. I'm all about spreading the love. So if we do what we did, the formation, tactics, team that we put out against the last games that we've lost against lesser opposition, Bournemouth, Sheffield United, all that stuff, I think the best we can expect is a draw. A 1-1 draw. If we do something a little different, I can see us blowing them out 3-0 because they wouldn't have prepared for that. They wouldn't have scouted us for that. And we can easily dismantle what they do defensively, and we can easily shut down what they do offensively. So different formation. Gomez plays. Take Sigurdsson out. Put Iwobi in. Everyone else is fit. Bernard's fit. Digne's fit. Everyone's good. 2-3-0. Boom. Bam, 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 bam. Done. 3 points. However, like I said, if we don't, best I'm expecting is a 1-1 draw. So what I'm going to predict is we're going to draw 1-1. And both goals are going to be before halftime. As it usually probably goes, we'll either go 1-0 up, early doors. We'll huff and puff. Burnley will come on to us. They'll probably score from a set piece around the 35th, 40th minute. We'll go into halftime 1-1. Both teams will come out cagey. Both teams will make substitutions. But no one's really going to go for it. Everyone's going to settle for a point if that is the situation. If we draw, we're tying at halftime. Expect it to be that same score 45 minutes later. If there's anything like a crazy red card or something out of the ordinary happens, who knows? All bets are off. But for what I'm seeing, and what I've seen, and what people are saying, 1-1 draw is what I'm about to do. So that is the end of the prediction. Now, I just need to do something real quick. The next part of what I'm going to do right now is the simulation that I usually do of the PES 2020 game, of me playing the game. Shouldn't have sold Lookman. Ooh. I think we should have. I just don't think he wanted to be here. I don't think he wanted to put the effort in. I don't think he wanted to fight for his place. So that's just the way I see it. He always looked like he had a cob on. We tried him when he was doing well. He was like the first sub, which we always liked. Yeah, he never plays for Leipzig now. So I don't know if it's a confidence issue. I don't know if it's an attitude issue. But I think we got rid and got a decent price. For him. Let's just, sorry, I need to go to the game screen, sorry. But yeah, we're going to do the simulation now of Everton versus Burnley. Well, I guess Burnley versus Everton for this. So, 1 second. Why is this all weird? Sorry, the hassles of live streaming. Okay, 1 second. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now, let's do this. Sorry. It just really gets annoying. Why can't I close that down? Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. And we're going to go with the lineup that I think we're going to have tomorrow. I don't think Gomez is going to be playing. I don't think we're going to risk him. So we've got Schneiderlin in there. We've got Sigurdsson in there. We've got Bernard on the left. Richarlison on the right. Dominic Calvert-Lewin up top. But yeah, we got 22 million. But that's probably more than what we were going to get Otherwise, there weren't, people said that Southampton were in for him and that other teams were in for him, but I think we got. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I guess we just got to go down the outside on the left, right? Well, that was a pretty pathetic pass. Good luck. Yeah, I mean, I have to play the tactics that we're going to play too, right? With the players that we've got on the pitch. Because Schneiderlin's not going to do anything. See, Schneiderlin should be running into the space right there, right? At least coming on. And here goes Seamus. Ah. Ooh. Well in, Michael Keane. No, Delphi with the shot. What are you doing so high up the park, lad? That's where you should be playing. No. Oh, that's Sigurdsson. Yeah, Sigurdsson's not going to score no headers. Richie, you're out of position, lad. Oh, see, they're going to go for the long ball. We can handle that all day long. Go, Coleman. Break, go. Barnes isn't going to chase you. Barnes isn't going to chase you. They're just going to sit back. That's what they do. They're just going to sit back in their little low block. Sigurdsson, what are you doing so high up the park? Oh, yeah, it looks like... Yeah, he is bald. It looks like he's like got a dyed bleach blonde hair. See, it's out to Luca. Oh, jeez. Oh, Richie, what are you doing, lad? Oh, come on. What is this control from me? I'm so rusty. So rusty. Chase it down, Richie. Chase it down. Don't let him out. See, these long ball fools. This is probably what they're going to try tomorrow. So as long as Keane and Mina don't do anything stupid, see, they're going to let us come up the park all they want. We'll just waltz. We're going to waltz into the final third all day. Delph, there you go. But this is where it gets tricky. So you have to break them down. Sigurdsson, move your ass! Sigurdsson! See, Sigurdsson's like blocked out of the game, so you have to go down the outside. So it's got to be quick, incisive passing. And that's crap. Play it across the box. Sigurdsson, you fucking clown! See, but it's good movement, you see. How often do we actually, put the ball into the box on the ground as a cutback? See, it's a decent pass. I just overhit it. But Sigurdsson coming onto it. Oh, yeah, they did. And that's what's one of the most frustrating things about it, because we should be dominating in the air. Should be dominating them. Pickford and Keane should have been sorting it out, but no. Especially their third goal. That's criminal defending. It really is. Oh, Luca, take that, Luca Dean. Well done, Luca Dean. That's why you're le magnifique. Oh, Dom! See, that's what they're going to do all game. And now we have to be quick on the counter. We have to be quick on the counter. No, it's not the ball. Sigurdsson, please. Please. See, this long ball, it's so boring. It's so shitty to watch. Sigurdsson, I see you, baby. I see you. Oh, beautiful. Go, Burnley, go. Oh, no, they're back. They're back. Back to Luka. Recycle. Switch the play. Oh. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to. That was the finesse shot. I was supposed to go for the curve. Well in, Delph. Well in. Oh, gosh. See, come on. Quicker, quicker. Quicker with the play. Oh, well done, Coleman. Coleman, take it. Oh. Oh, Richie, well in, lad. Well in, lad. See, Schneiderlin. Whoa, what are you doing at the park there, Schneiderlin? Oh, Siggy. See you on your next... I'll come to check you out, Lewis. Don't worry. Live stream tomorrow. No, it's been a horrible game. But we're just doing this because I need to put some content out, right? Oh, Bernie. Oh, it's a scramble. Long ball again. See, we should be winning that all day. Make it hard, make it difficult. Oh, yeah, you're not getting out of here with that. Oh, come on. Long ball again. How can anybody enjoy watching this football? Oh, Bernie, you're a stud. Oh, but then you gave it away. Oh, no. Oh, what a clown. McNeil off. Robbie Brady on. Come on. Oh, way to take it off. Oh, Richarlison, go, lad. Oh. Yeah, you clear your lines. Clear your lines, you pussies. Well in, Mina. I see you, baby. Oh. They're making changes. But they're still going to go long ball because that's all they know how to do. I'm not making any changes yet. You know what? Seeing as we need to do something. I would take... This is what I would want. This is what I'd do if I wanted to win the game. And then I would switch to a 4-3-3 if I was Marco. Play Richie a little closer. Right there. And Gomez is going to come out here. And Iwobi is going to come out here. There we go. That's how I'd win the game. Yeah, I'm playing against AI just because they play the same tactics that they're going to play. If you've been watching this whole game, all they're doing is long ball. And our 4-2-3-1 doesn't work against long ball. Because we don't have enough going forward after the counterattack. However... Oh! Dominic Calvert-Lewin! DLC! You see how much more space I had to work that? When you have more people up top, when you've got more people pushing on, you've got a better chance of scoring a goal. I went 65 minutes of not doing anything because of the formation. I switch it around, I make some changes, and bam! DLC on point again. Look at the play though. Look at the dinked ball. You see? Look at this. Look how much room we've got out there. It's a beautiful cross from Bernard. It's shit goalkeeping, obviously. Oh, here's a good view. Look how he just digs it out. Bam! Just got to get a touch. Just a touch is all you need. See, now you have to push the advantage. Don't let them back in. Don't let him back in. Well in, Alex Iwobi! And we go again. We go again. We go again. Oh, if he's not going to do anything. Oh, broke down. It all broke down. Get in there, Richie. Get in there, Richie. Oh, they bypassed us. They bypassed us. Keep pressuring. Keep pressuring them. Don't let them out. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Look at Richie through. Richie's through. Oh, you gotta keep the pressure on. You have to keep the pressure on. Spank them. They're Burnley. Look at that. Quick front to back. Perfect ball through. No fucking around. 2-0. 3 points. Look at that. Look at that. It's a beautiful ball. The first touch is phenomenal. And now the game's over. Yeah, bring on Jay Rodriguez. I don't give two shits. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, goal and assist. Right when the formation changes. See, and it all comes from the pressing because we've got enough going forward now. Oh, tight, tight, tight. Oh, please. You're not going to beat Pickford from there. Who are you kidding? See, look how high up the park they're pushing. I'll just ping this out to Bernie. Get in there, Bernie. Give Ken a little run out. I guess I said I didn't care that they bought Jay Rodriguez on, but now I do. But now I do. What even happened? Yeah, no, Keane left his man. That's actually piss poor. Piss poor defending on my behalf. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Oh, great challenge, Delph. That's all you, baby. That's all you, Mina. Oh, Luca Dean. Oh, sliding in. That's fine. Well in, Delphi. Oh, Richie, I see you, baby. Oh, really? Wow. Come on, Andre. Well in, Iwobi. Oh. Oh, Richie should have had it. Oh, well in, Andre. Oh, come on, Richie. Get that, meanie. Late scare at the end there, guys. But overall, fantastic performance from the lads. Usually I play 20-minute, 30-minute games. That was only a 10-minute half, so I just wanted to get this over and done with. But, dominated possession, dominated shots and shots on target, more corner kicks. Usually, the first part of that game, nothing happened. I make the substitutions. I change the formation. I bring on players that actually fit into the system and know how to play in that formation. That's just how it goes. So everyone's happy. Everyone's content. That's just my record. Just randomly doing things. Yes, and there will be a watch along tomorrow, like I said. Let's just get out of here again. Just go back to the main screen. Doodly doo. Yes, there will be a watch along tomorrow. I'll be on most likely 5-10 minutes after the lineups are announced because I need time to prep the graphics. I've already got like 9 out of 11 players already plugged in, so it just needs to make some adjustments to that. Get the watch along stream set up, the watch along screen and all that stuff. But no, I'll be here. I'll be live. Hopefully we get lots of people. I haven't seen Jeff in a while. I don't know if Jeff unsubscribed for some reason, but he's usually a good source of information and input and all that. So hopefully he's back tomorrow. Hopefully Ann will be here. Hopefully Lewis is here. Pepper Red will probably stop in. Ant's favorite Red will probably be in here. I can see Arian probably being here tomorrow. Who else likes to stop in? Alex might be here tomorrow. So who knows? I don't know who goes to the game. I don't know who goes to the away games, who just goes to the games at Goodison. But that is it for me right now, guys. Gotta get something to eat, walk the beautiful, beautiful husky dogs. Oh, by the way, Ant, what dog did you get? Hopefully it's a little cute baby, little baby puppers. Or if not, but any dog's a good dog. As long as you have them, everyone should love their dogs. Cats are okay, but I prefer dogs. But what did you get, Ant? While I just calm down here. Ooh, so smoky. Oh, yeah, that does mess with the green screen, doesn't it? Jeez. A miniature pincer? Oh, little lap dog. No, I'm a big fan of all dogs. As long as they're raised right and trained right, like, there's certain dogs I wouldn't want based on size or based on the way they look, but no, Min Pin's always a great dog to have. As long as you love it, as long as you walk it, as long as you play with it, keep it healthy, feed it correctly, that's all I can ask. As a responsible pet owner, you can do what you want. It's your dog, right? Anyways, I appreciate everybody being here. If you're new, like and subscribe. If you're watching this on a rewatch or just on the upload, like, subscribe if you're new. Let your friends know if you can. Spread the word if you can. And like I said, I'll be back here tomorrow for the watch-along, Burnley versus Everton. I predicted a 1-1 if we go with the same formation, the same players that we usually go with. If Marco wants to take out of my a page out of my PES 2020 book, start with that formation, blow them out the water, 3-1, 3-0, who knows. But come on, you Toffees. I mean, come on, you Blues, up the Toffees, NSNO.